Good evening. This is 31 January 2012. Warning 616, two wolves. Ah, woo! Something different. This is already being covered in the Huffington Post tonight. Oh, I should have made my video last night, eh? But I thought I'd just touch on it very briefly. This is the Newberry crater. It's now being considered a volcano. It's being reclassified in the last few months and is now being monitored rather closely. It's in Oregon, not far from Bend. You can go ahead and look up Newberry crater, or more recently Newberry volcano. Just a picture of it. And the reason that I wanted to do this story for the last several days was that I had come across this story in the Boise Weekly City Desk, and then I'd done some research and discovered that this is in fact being watched carefully and being considered only a dormant, or maybe not even dormant, volcano that could react again and act up. Well, scientists in their infinite wisdom have decided to do something new. This is from Sunday, 15 January 2012, in the City Desk pages of the Boise Weekly. I'll just read it to you. You can certainly go online and find it. Here's the URL. www.boiseweekly.com. This is by George Prentice, and I'll just read it to you. A team of geothermal scientists say they want to pump 24 million gallons of water into a dormant Oregon volcano later this year in an effort to create cheap, clean electricity. The Associated Press reports that if the water flows back to the surface of the Newberry volcano fast enough and hot enough, the geothermal energy could be groundbreaking, literally and figuratively. According to the report, the U.S. government and Google, again, U.S. government and Google, are in line to invest in the $43 million project. The volcano is located about 20 miles south of Bend, Oregon. In a process called hydroshearing, wells can be drilled deep into the rock, allowing the water to be pumped in and to create tiny fractures in the rock. Well, we all know about fracking, eh? And we know what fracking leads to. EQs, eh? As cold water is pumped down the production wells, steam is drawn out. The process is not unlike hydraulic fracturing, the controversial process of pumping fluids into shale to enhance natural gas flows. However, this type of fracking would not use chemical-laden fluids. Well, whoopee. Okay, then I mentioned this on Duchess last night. And today, good for them, Huffington Post has got an article out on the same topic. Huffington Post as of today. Newberry volcano geothermal energy advocates in Oregon have high hopes, and I've been told that if this, quote, works, unquote, it may be employed in many other volcanoes. Well, we think Mount Rainier, Mount Hood, Mount Shasta. I'll just read the first paragraph or two, and then you can go to Huffington Post and read it for yourself. Geothermal energy developers plan to pump $24 million gallons of water into the side of a dormant volcano in central Oregon this summer to demonstrate new technology they hope will give a boost to a green energy sector that has yet to live up to its promise. They hope the water comes back to the surface fast enough and hot enough to create cheap, clean electricity that isn't dependent on sunny skies or stiff breezes, without shaking the earth and rattling the nerves of nearby residents. Oh, let's see. What is it that fracking does again? Shakes the earth and rattles residents? Okay, anyway, it's just something to think about. I would recommend going and taking a look at this article in the Huffington Post, which covers it much more thoroughly and more professionally than I'm doing. I just brought this up because I think we should be paying attention to this story. Warning 616, two wolves out now, going on to something more local. All my relations, have a good night.